Welcome to Karpool with Kirsten, brought to you by Femme Empowerment, the show where extraordinary women share extraordinary stories. Today's guest is a force of vibrant energy who built a career across borders. Born in Crimea, raised in Kyiv, she packed her bags and her boundless ambitions and took her talents global. From the high fashion runways of China, to the cinematic energy of India, to the gorgeous backdrops of Turkey. She's an international curvy model, actress, and digital creator who refused to fit a mold, championing body neutrality and modern inclusivity, and proving that beauty was never one size fits all. And she didn't stop there. She reinvented herself from the face in front of the lens to the strategist building brands behind it. Welcome, my guest, Alona Zhyvkova. Alona, welcome to the Karpool.
Thank you so much for having me. Can I just express my gratitude to you because I've watched a few other podcasts you've already recorded, and I checked who were the guests. Some of them I knew, some of them I didn't, but they all had a way bigger following than I did. So for me, I cannot describe how it feels for me that you noticed me. Yes, I do have a following, but not that close to your previous guests. To me, this is what fempowerment is. When you get noticed for who you are, even though you do not have like a very large following on Instagram or whatever. So it is an honor for me to be here. Thank you.
It's really sweet. At Fempowerment, I think I can speak for the entire team, but we don't look at your amount of followers. We look at your messaging and your morals and your values. And I mentioned to you, but what you're doing is really incredible. And I feel like there's a lot of other women out there that could use your expertise and your words of advice, because what you're doing right now, it's amazing. And I was moved by it completely when I had, done my research. So really glad to have you in the band today.
Thank you.
Okay, Alona, before we get into the runways and the reinvention, take me back. When I say the word home, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh, I don't know. I think about my childhood. I think about running around the trees with the kids and just mom calling you from the balcony, Alona, come home. Food is ready. Like just this warm feeling of spring, summer. This would be it.
It's really different to Dubai, right?
Yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Do you miss home at all?
Oh, I miss home so badly. Like at this particular point, I'm because I usually go home every summer. And when I say home, I mean I go to Crimea where my parents are. But for the past 4 years, it was impossible due to war in Ukraine. But I would be so happy to just go to my home city. But even my friends are saying don't go right now. It's very scary at the moment. They're launching a very massive attacks on capital of Ukraine. So yeah.
You were really young when you lived in Crimea, and then
Yes,
were in
I
Kyiv.
moved to Kyiv when I was only 3 years old.
Yeah.
So I went to kindergarten when I was in Kyiv. But when I finished high school, my parents moved to Crimea. So I was going every year back and forth between those cities. So yeah, I went to a special kindergarten actually. I've been a ballerina.
Really?
It was a kindergarten for ballerinas. You study, you do everything, but your main course is being a ballet
That's so
dancer.
interesting.
Yeah, I did ballet for 9 years.
I did ballet, a little side story, but I did ballet when I was in kindergarten, or I think grade 1. And I remember that I did 2 lessons, and I went home and I told my parents, that's it, I'm a professional, I'm a ballerina, I don't want to go anymore. This teacher she's useless, she's wasting my time, I already know everything. Yeah. That's so interesting. How was ballet? And then
I loved ballet. I was really good at it, except for my feet, because I have a flat feet. So I remember there was pure competition for whose feet would bend better. But then, and I would be leading. But it's actually very attached to my personal story of my body changing. My body started changing. I started growing like normal kids grow, but my father is on the wider side, and I started taking his
genetics.
genetics. So I stopped being the leading in the ballet classes. So I started like missing classes. I was already like maybe 10, 11 years old. I was taking buses by myself at that point already. Yeah, so, and my father also got into a car accident. He's on the wheelchair ever since then. So I started missing classes because I was kind of underlooked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the only thing my parents would pay attention to is my body, that it's changing, but not like in a way that supported me at the time.
So when you said that your parents were like paying attention to your body and the way that it's changing,
Yeah.
can you explain to us like a little bit about that?
I feel like they were putting their fears onto me.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my mom, maybe she was scared that I would drop out of the ballet because I'm gaining height and width, but not weight.
Yeah.
You understand? So she would kind of project it onto me, like tell me not to eat sweets, or like if we are at the sharing dinner table, like for example, we would always have guests over for some holidays, like there would always be a full table of food, so they could like tell me, I would just reach out for a piece of, I don't know, turkey ham or something, and they would just slap me on the but I don't want to bash my parents. A story. Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I mean, they know all of this. They agree. We have been. I mean, they've tried to work through it. I worked through it, so I'm totally fine with it. Now I know that it was their fears.
Yeah.
That was projected onto me. Now I know that it was not love that they're showing to me.
Yeah.
Now I understand that. But at the time, for a kid, it just made me feel, I mean, I don't want to say unworthy, but like unloved.
Yeah.
I just felt like everything is about my body, and whoever I am is just based on what weight I am. And
Did you ever bring this up to them? Like,
yeah,
have
of course.
conversations?
Man, you know what? One thing I used to, when I was a kid, I used to love to play a victim. And obviously, I did not know how to process it all.
Okay.
But now that I'm grown, and like after my teenage years, I was able to take responsibility for my own feelings, for my own bodies. Yes, whatever they did, not good, not nice, mama, papa. But after all, when you grow up, it's your responsibility to take responsibility for your own life, for your own perception, for your own body. Sorry, can you remind me what was the question?
Did you ever have a conversation?
Yeah, I had.
That,
So what I was gonna say, that I had a conversation with them, but I would, even though I love to play victim, I would always be very stubborn. I would always just say no to whatever they like. I would go to a store, save up the money that they would give me, and buy like a big bag of chocolate chip cookies.
Oh,
I just eat it all by myself. My mom would find all the how do you call it, the wrapper like thrown behind the, or like I would stuff them into, but yeah, I've never shared it before. So I would stuff them into a bag, and they would just like a very puffy bag. It was just there.
So you were kind of like a I'm not accepting this.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna do my own thing.
yeah,
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was.
We love that mentality. In your adulthood, that's the best thing. Like, not allowing anyone to define who you are or to tell you who you can be. I mean, sometimes we should listen, you know, to when it's helpful advice. But I guess, like, just owning who you are, there's something incredibly powerful about that. You should be proud of yourself. I mean, not the fact that you were hiding wrappers of chocolate.
I mean, come on. I was like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old. So
we listen and we don't judge.
Yeah.
Okay? We listen and we don't judge. I mean, obviously, struggling with like your body image and being a ballerina, and then you took your talents global.
I was a kid. I had no idea that I was a ballerina in that sense, you understand? So for me, I had no idea that ballerina should be thin or like
as it should be. You shouldn't have an idea of what like perfection looks like or what beauty looks like. And that's something that you do so beautifully, is that you don't allow there to be a definition of beauty. Like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
And you should be comfortable in your own body, in your own skin. And everyone is perfect in their own way. You don't need to be one size fits all. That's not the way that we were designed. I think it's really beautiful what you're teaching our generation and the generation before and the generation to come. It's really powerful, the
Like,
message.
even my mom, she's learning. Like, I can see that it all, as I said, it comes from her fears, but it also comes from her insecurities, from her upbringing, like how she was taught, how she was seen as a kid, as a young lady as well. So, like, she's learning as well. Like, I can see that, I can feel that.
Okay, I really want to know about your travels, India, Turkey, and China.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So it all started from China. I was working in China as a singer. Yeah, so
Really?
I was pursuing a musician singer career before becoming a model. But that was in China when, for the first time, it was very common for singers to take modeling jobs.
Okay.
And I was not so big at the time. I mean, so big, whatever, size that I am right now. But I was not a small size, let's say. I was like medium, maybe medium large. So that time, first time, somebody reached out to me and offered me to shoot some pajamas. And I was like, me? I think it was the time when it was only starting. The curvy models was just becoming popular. It was 10, 11 years ago.
Why didn't you believe that, like, you would be worth
I mean, at the time, all I have in my mind is the standards. 90, 60, 90.
Yeah.
I was not that. I was nowhere near that. I was like, I don't know, 174, 75, 100, approximately. So for me, it was like something, wow, you asking me?
Yeah.
You think I'm worthy? But
Of course you would.
yeah, but at that time. But then I'm, how to say it in English? On my language, I would say aventurist.
A girl.
Adventure?
Adventure?
Not adventure. It's like, I like to take an aventure.
Like a risk.
Yeah, a risk.
Okay,
A
yeah.
risk taker. So I did not care about anything. I just like, sure, whatever. Like, I will not give a second thought to something new.
I love that.
Yeah, I would always try something new.
They always say that we regret 100% of the chances that we don't take.
See, my parents might have been harsh about my weight, but they are very wise, very, which is contradictory, but they are very wise, and they taught me a lot. My father was the one who taught me, just try new things, just make mistakes. It doesn't matter the outcome, you will just learn.
Yeah.
So, like, that always sets me for my freedom of choice, for my ability to explore.
You also don't know what opportunities will come your way when you say yes. I mean, look at how your life changed when you said yes to a simple, was it a DM?
Honestly, I wouldn't remember at this point, but yeah, it was like in China, there's their own social media and stuff. So it wasn't a WeChat. Maybe somebody commented under my post or something that it was, or maybe even I saw. No, somebody offered me. That's for sure. Yeah, somebody offered me because there was also like announcements.
And then when you went into the pajama shoot, obviously certain other doors opened up after that. What happened?
I did not go to pajama shoot.
You didn't go?
No, I did not.
What happened to it? We take all the chances.
I think after all, I was either in another city or something like that, but it did not happen. What happened afterwards? I went to work as a singer to Turkey as well. And it was there when somebody noticed me from a modeling agency and said, you should try this. And I took my first, I still didn't do any jobs at that point. I came back home in Ukraine. I called my friend. I said, please take some pictures of me for the book. I did not even know how to become a model at the time, but I was just like, I just need a images that would show that I can model.
Yeah.
So we took images, and then somebody reached out to me from one modeling agency, from another modeling agency. There was also like a talents website, so I could also take acting jobs. I could also take like TVC, not only modeling, just like gigs. Then I got reached out by a modeling agency that wanted to represent me in India. That was my second modeling job. First was in Ukraine. I was shooting for I don't know, do you know what is stocks, like photo stocks, video stocks?
Yeah.
So my first shoot was for the Japanese stocks, and I was shooting like a sports stuff.
In Ukraine.
Yeah, in Ukraine.
Japanese stocks.
Yeah, Japanese stocks.
Make it make sense.
So there is a production in Ukraine or in other cities as well, and they work with the photo stocks,
Okay.
there would be a company, like for example Japanese company, and they can request a specific images to be done. So then model is being hired, you sign off the usage rights, and then you can find yourself anywhere. That's why I stopped doing that because my posters, my billboards were in Austria, in Canada, in Germany, and in Japan.
And for like different.
Yeah, like I didn't get paid for it because I basically just signed off the usages, because your images might get bought, might be might not.
So is that part of the reason that you shifted from in front of the camera to being a strategist behind the camera, because you understood how things work?
Partially, but I don't have a higher education. But if I had, do you want to take a guess? What would it be? Like what I tried?
A lawyer.
No. Wow, that's interesting.
I just feel like you would advocate for rights. It just made sense to me.
You know what? I was offered that. No, I would be a cinema film director.
Really?
Yeah.
What about that interests you?
I wanted to be an actress, but my father said that I have more analytical mind and I should try for something behind that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess he also did not believe in me at that time. So yeah. But I was a visionary before I was a model.
Okay.
So I loved making videos of trips with my friends and stuff like that. Then TikTok boomed, coronavirus boomed, and I always wanted to be popular.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything bad about it. I just always wanted to be popular. I always wanted to be seen. I always felt like I have something to give. So I just started doing my vlog in TikTok. I was shooting all the videos. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. But then when I started sharing my experience of my body confidence, I don't like using term body positivity, by the way. I prefer body confidence because I feel like body positivity was already very changed.
Yeah.
Like people don't have a good perspective on it. Same like feminism, but I will argue it at any point. Like I will get into arguments about feminism, but anyway.
Love that as empowerment.
Yeah.
Before we get into social media and body positivity, you mentioned something that interests me is that you always wanted to be seen. Like you always wanted to have like a high following, whatever it is. Do you think that maybe stemmed from your childhood, being overlooked or feeling like unworthy?
No, before I was overlooked, I was seen. I would always perform in front of my family. I would always dance or sing or some sort of a kind. So I was seen. I just feel like it was just there always. I don't know how to explain. I don't have how to pin it. But so I wanted it even before.
So you just
Shit
always
went
felt
through
like
the
you
fire.
had
I always felt like I have something to give, like I have something to show. So yeah, but it's. I think it would be easier to explain that I was overlooked as a kid because my young mom had to take care of my broken father who got into a car accident, and there was simply no time for child as much as there should have been. But I genuinely just feel like I have always been a star.
No,
As arrogant as it sounds.
No, it's not
It's
arrogant.
just something.
It's actually so true.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that I've met that have like a certain position in the world right now, or like a certain like high value career, they've all, the one thing that they have in common is that they felt in their gut that they were meant for something bigger.
You know what? I saw some interview about that one time, and this is what gives me a confidence to say that I just felt like that, and I think it's okay.
I do too. I mean, I'll tell you in a secret, but I wanted to be a pop star when I was younger, and I just felt like, oh, one day I'm gonna be singing. It's not come true yet. It's very bad. It's only meant for the shower. So good for you that you managed to do it.
I mean, one day, whenever you feel
One
like
day
it,
when I'm big,
just
you
go
know?
and record your songs and
One day when I'm big. Until now, it will be karaoke. That's okay.
yeah.
But let's get back to body neutrality.
Yeah.
Championing who you are. When you started talking about it on social media, you were met with a lot of positive comments and a lot of love and
people
affirmation.
in the metro would come to me in my country and like, I follow you, I love you, thank you so much for and I would just be taken aback by it. I'm taking a metro too, girl. So I was like, I felt like it was not about popularity. I feel like I was literally giving something to somebody, so it really gave me a sense of belonging, a sense of knowing who I am. So there's that.
And how, I mean, you mentioned that it started during like COVID, like when it was lockdown.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to like pick up the phone and like start recording yourself?
I think the most creativity, and I think I am creative, comes when you just have space, when you don't have stress, when you don't have anything to think about. I just had all the time in the world, and I just was doing that. And I was already working as a model at that point, so some brands who followed me or worked with me, they would just send me stuff home so I could record for them. So I was probably one of the first UGC in my country, UGC creators in my country.
And then when was the moment when you realized, oh, this could actually be, a career as well?
I think when I moved to Dubai.
Yeah.
I met my partner, and he is also a model, and he was pushing me to do videos together, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't want to do it because I felt like I was giving something away. But then when I raced through it, it just gave me all the opportunities. So I give all the credit to my partner for like
for
pushing for pushing it through, because right now he's also the most supportive, and he just always calls me a superstar, says I'm the best in Dubai.
So lovely.
So then in Dubai, and you know what, when I just moved to Dubai, I was struggling of being seen as well, because in Ukraine I was already something, but here I was just like a model. But I saw there was a community here as well, so I was like really trying to get into community. But when you try hard, it never happens. So then I just started.
We have a lovely community for empowerment. Thank you so much.
100%. Can't wait to be more into the community for sure. So I was trying really hard, but then when I just stopped and I just started making videos, it all happened itself. You just get noticed. So if you want to become somebody somewhere, just do stuff. Just do stuff until you get noticed. That's what I would say.
And I mean, it was probably a bit daunting coming to a new city again. It's so different from everywhere that you've been. Was there ever like a moment where you were like, oh, I don't really know how to adjust, I don't really know who I am here, and how did you overcome that?
You have to understand that by the time I came to Dubai, I was already well traveled. I lived in China. Come on, I lived in China as my first country. There was a true depression. There I gained like 10 kg weight at that time. Then I lived in Turkey. Then the war started. I lived in Milan. I lived in Netherlands. And then I was like, okay, at the time I already visited Dubai. I was like, okay, let me just go and try there, because I've already started working as a model here. So when I came to Dubai, it was a bit hard to get into community. But models in Dubai are very welcoming, so it was kind of easy to find friends. Not true friends, but just somebody to hang out with. My first friend was a stylist from Namshi. She now moved back to UK, unfortunately for me. But she was a great friend of mine. She really supported. And in general, it's so easy to find friendship with women who share same values as you
That's
are.
true, yeah. But you mentioned about like being in severe depression in China.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning behind that?
Nobody understands you. You are in a new culture. Nobody speaks your language or common language even. Nobody spoke. I learned a little bit Chinese. Like 我会中国说一点点.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I learned a bit of Chinese at that time. So it was just quite depressing. Just being and you. So how would it work in China? You would get work in different cities, sometimes very remote cities. Like I visited more than 25 cities in China.
Oh, okay.
Some for work, some for just like traveling transit or just for fun. So like I would get into some village where people would not know respect or like just get drunk, get on stage and like follow you. Stuff like that. Sorry. So yeah.
And then
that
how
was it.
did you get out of the depression? Was it only when you moved back to a different
You know
city?
what? I found a community there as well. I moved to a nice city, it was like a student city. The name is Nanjing. It was it's old capital of China, by the way. I moved there and I met a lot of students and we were just hanging out. It was like the best time of my life at that time. Like it was just feeling great. But then I just felt like going back home,
Yeah.
so I just went home.
I think that it's really important as well, and I tell all of our girls this, but it's really important who you surround yourself with because that will directly impact your performance, your mental and emotional health. Because, like, I mean, you were isolated and of course you're into severe depression. As soon as you found your people, it elevated your mood completely, and like you were able to be a better version of yourself. It's so important, like who you surround yourself with and people that you have in your life.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure that you picked up so many different friends along the way in all of your travels. What's that like, getting to experience, different cultures and different religions? And
I'm definitely a child of the world, and I feel like whoever travels a lot, they are. And it might be a bit hard to even come back home because when people live in the same space and they don't travel, it becomes quite narrow-minded for them. So I might be too experienced and too open when I go back home, and then when I travel I feel more myself, more like home than home. At the same time I love my home.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love to go back home, but I'm definitely like a traveler, in love with traveling. Could not imagine my life without traveling.
Is there a place that you, like a bucket list that you would always want to travel to?
I really, really want to go to Japan this year.
Japan?
Yeah.
I love Japan.
You've been?
No, but like for some reason I'm just obsessed with like the cuisine and the culture.
I love the culture. I love the movies about samurais and geishas. Like my favorite
mom
movie.
used to love those.
My favorite movie is The Memoirs of Geisha.
Oh yes, I watched it. Yeah.
Like I don't know for what reason, but I just love this structure, discipline, the beauty of it, the beauty of routine, the beauty of every person knowing they belong, every person know what they are doing and they have a purpose. So like that fascinates me. And I would say in all Japan, but I think they brought it with them now as well. But like old Japan times, fascinates me.
Okay, let's talk about your acting career for a second.
Yeah.
You want to run us through that experience?
Yes. So as I mentioned, I loved to perform as a kid. I knew how to dance, I knew how to sing. I was into sports. I was the fastest in my school, even amongst the boys.
Really?
Like I was the fastest sprinter. I would win all the swimming competitions. Like name it, I probably can do it. That type of thing. So what can be better for an actor to have that many skills? So I always aspired to be an actress. And in Ukraine, I would take some acting jobs. Like I would try to go for it. I finished 2 acting schools, like one more theatrical, one like movie directed. But they would always put me in a box. Like I would only ever get roles of like sad, fat girls with the cats, like or like home caretaker who's like been cheated on and stuff like that, like just like a very soft, like never a main character. And I just always knew that I am a main character. Just let me act, just let me
do me.
yeah. So I kind of stopped that. I moved more into modeling after meeting that kind of experience in acting in Ukraine. Now maybe things have changed, but at that time, which was like 7 years ago.
I think things definitely have changed in that respect. But would you ever consider like going back into that industry and maybe what happened?
I would love to go back into that industry and try that, but probably not in Dubai, probably not in Ukraine. I would love to do it on a bigger scale. If ever given the opportunity, if I ever decide to go to UK or to America or even Bollywood. You know what? My partner, he's from Kerala.
Really?
Yeah, so he showed me a lot of Indian movies and mostly he prefers to watch Mollywood, which is
I mean, you're singing and
yeah,
acting.
yeah,
It could work.
yeah.
You're onto something.
Yeah. When I was trying to establish my dreams a few years back, because you know how everyone always asks you, what do you want to be in 5 years? So I was just trying to imagine that, even though I could not put a pin on it. I still cannot put a pin on it because I'm so many things. I just don't want to be one thing. Like I want to be all of those things. But anyway, when I was trying to do that to myself, I was like, I dream of acting in a musical. So, I mean, which is basically Bollywood.
My favorite genre of movies is musicals.
I love musicals.
And I'm always the annoying one that like knows all the words and that's like, you know, singing to all the friends and everything.
Should we sing something? Is
it Karpool karaoke? I mean, I've watched all the High School Musicals, Grease, also like some of my favorites.
But Disney, anything?
Oh, love that.
Tell me anything Disney.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, obviously, a dream of yours is still to be on the big screen, as like what you said. So, what's your dream role? Like, if you could have anything, describe it for us.
I used to say, and I would probably say that I would love to play a spy.
Love that.
Yeah, I would love to play a special agent. I would love like to train, because as I said, I have a background of dancing, of sports and stuff like that. So I would just love to play a spy, to show my physical abilities, to show my acting abilities, just to have fun.
And did you ever think of like applying or putting yourself out there or seeing?
I mean, at that time when I was pursuing acting career, right now I'm more focused on my career in Dubai, as a content creator, as a model, and I don't know if I can mention that, but I started my own brand almost a year ago.
You want to tell us a bit about your brand?
Yeah,
obviously. We love a self-promo.
So me and my partner, it's not just me, but we both wanted it separately. I don't know, I'm breaking the fourth wall after all. No, let me tell you that. So we both wanted a brand, but I was gonna start an athleisure brand with my friend who is also a curvy model in Ukraine 5 years back. But then the war started. So she moved to New York. She started doing a lot of volunteering jobs. I moved to Dubai. I was busy with my life here. I had a little bit more time, but she told me like, if you can take it on yourself now, I will join you later. I was like, I understand the situation, but the sole purpose of partnership is to do it together. So like, I was not ready to take that on myself. But then I met my partner, and almost from the start he was like, he's a businessman. He's like going at it, you know. So he was like, I also always wanted to start my own brand. So we started thinking about it, and maybe after a year of just thinking and talking about it, we went to China. We searched for a manufacturer. We found one, and we just started a brand. And you know what? I hate learning, but one thing I've learned about myself while making a business, just don't tell me that I have to learn something. Because I've learned so much while becoming a business owner.
Yeah.
That I could never imagine. If somebody would tell me that you have to learn this, you have to study this, you have to understand this, I would never even go into that. Like, I would just procrastinate. I would just have so much fear around that first step. But if you just throw me to sharks, like, I will learn how to swim.
I think that being an entrepreneur teaches you a lot of self-discipline, because you have to. Like, you cannot just be like willy-nilly about things. You have to understand how the concepts work. You have to understand how the structure should be put into place, and you have to manage it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you have a team under you, you have to allow like delegation, because you have to trust that you've created.
Yeah, that is the hardest part.
And that they will be able to follow the structure that you've put into place.
Because after all, you will just bend if you don't delegate. If you don't at least a bit release the control, or release the control of certain parts, you will just bend. Like, you will break, because like it's not possible to carry it all on yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
So I mean, being a model and being an actress and being content creator, what did being an entrepreneur teach you that those careers didn't?
What did being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, what did it teach you as opposed to
being a business owner? It taught me that I'm a lot smarter than I thought I was. It taught me that once you start, you can start it all over again. Like, right now, I'm just feeling like starting more and more and more. Like, I'm just so many ideas coming to my mind. You just need to find the finances for that. So it taught me that I should be even more structured, because I'm used to moving through the world with improvisation. I'm used to just going with the flow. I'm very flexible, but at this point I have learned that I need more structure. I need more planning, because we went to this without any planning, and now I understand that we should have planned. It's still okay, we're still managing, we're still learning and all, but I think it would be easier for us if we just had a plan. But then how do you have a plan if you've never done that before, if you don't know what you're doing? So
I think everyone, especially like being an entrepreneur, it's the hardest path that you could possibly choose, because there's no blueprint for it. You have to figure it out along the way. And I always say that the only way to get through something is just to go through it, and you'll learn along the way. Like, you will develop skills that you didn't think that you had the potential to have. You will develop knowledge that you didn't think that you would ever be able to possess. Like, you will become a whole new version of yourself in order to execute the vision that you see. And also something is that if anyone tells you that you can't do it, respectfully, you were given the calling, not them. So it's up to you to follow through with it.
You know what? There was people in my life who told me I cannot do it because I don't have a business mind.
There you go.
Die.
And of course, you met them with like, watch me.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's going to be people that come along the way and say like, oh, you can't do this, or you're not worth it, or who gives you the right to do it? Who gives me the right not to do it?
Yeah,
who
exactly.
says that I can't do it? Like, who are you to tell me? You should always have like a delusional faith in your vision, because at the end of the day, if you've been given that calling, God's put that into your head for a reason.
Exactly. The one thing, like, we're a new brand, so we're still kind of, I don't want to use words struggling, but finding our ways to sell, to find right people, to reach right people. But the one phrase I saw recently that just gave me a feeling of safety, feeling of security. If God put idea in your mind, like business idea, let's say, he will also provide the clients for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good, right?
And it's really true
Yeah,
as well,
it is
because
true.
everything will just fall into place
Yeah.
in ways that you cannot even expect.
Just trust God, just trust universe, whatever you believe in.
So where do you see the vision of the company going in the next 3-5 years?
This is one thing I've learned very recently. We did not establish any goals. Like, I did not realize, like, we have a wide vision. Like, we just know we will become big at some point. But we never established, like, the goals. My goal is to get business fully automated within a year. Because right now I am running most of managing parts of it. My partner, he's like he's doing a lot of physical stuff. Like, for example, we have to drop things here and there. We make the final decisions together, but like all the managing is what I do. So that's about See, this is like ADHD prayer. Like, you cannot tell me one thing and then I completely just drifted away to a completely different thing.
No, it's fine. It's so fine.
Yeah.
Basically, like, where do you see the company
Yeah.
going?
So the fully automated thing, I really want office. Like, I hate my space being taken.
Yeah.
And right now, our apartment is like flooded with things. And I just want structure, because before we started the business, it was clean, it was neat, like everything was at its place. Now there's just not enough space. So I would love to have our own office, and I would love to reach the 100K sales in, like, let's say 4 months.
Oh, we have a goal now.
Yeah, we actually
have a goal now. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's all because of you. Just because you asked me now,
I'd like to take credit for this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, but clearly it's taken over your life, focusing on the brand. And,
it is. It's like a baby.
Yes,
it's like having a
you
baby.
have to take care of the baby.
I mean, I don't want to compare it to motherhood, because obviously what mothers do, it's like incomparable to anything. But
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah, but
see the bags under my eyes? Yeah.
You look really beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. It's concealer.
Let's conceal everything in our lives. But anyway, it really feels like having a baby, because like I wake up with Rollo. Rollo is the brand name. I go to sleep with Rollo. Like, my days filled with Rollo, and it doesn't matter if it's a weekend. It's still Rollo.
You have to be on top of your business.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, your time's now been diverted to growing your business. Has this impacted, like, your content creation and your modeling and your acting at all?
It impacted not my sleep, like my well-being, but not like in a bad way. Just like, I'm tired. I'm more tired than usual. I just don't have time. Like, I stopped going to gym. I was a gym girl. I stopped going to gym, not entirely, but like, it's hard for me to find time for that, because we're completely self-funded. So whatever funds we have is from the work we do, and our work is being a model, being a content creator. My work, being a model and content creator. So, like, I have to find time for that. I have to. Just before I came here, I was shooting a video for a Ukrainian brand.
Time management. You gotta go down. Okay, I'm proud of you for that. Organizing your day. There's structure. I don't know what you're telling me about that you don't have any structure. I mean, okay, let's talk about the fact that you film content, and then on your way, for podcasts, and then obviously you work on the brand later.
Yeah.
Where do you find time to just be Alona? Like, to pour into your own cup?
This is something we spoke off camera, I think, about the prioritizing and commitment. I might complain a lot about not having time, about not having this, not having that. But after all, I'm still blessed, because I am a freelancer. I work on myself. I choose my own time. I choose my own everything. So I might say I don't have time, but it's probably I don't have time for something I was used to, something just like to chill on the couch or something during the day. But I still prioritize my evening time of just unwinding and just being myself, because otherwise I'll go cuckoo.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
Like that is probably something I did not realize, but when you ask me, I'm like, I still do take my time in the evening to just be me.
it's really important that you have like a little bit
Yeah.
of me time in order
Yeah.
to like re-energize
Yeah.
yourself, because I always say that you cannot pour from an empty cup, so you
Yeah.
always need to make sure that
Exactly.
yours is full, because you don't have
Yes.
anything to give if
Yes.
yours is completely drained. I mean, obviously for you,
Also traveling.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we went
it's
on a
consuming.
vacation just now. It was hard. It was first vacation in 2 years.
Okay.
I don't think so. Like some people don't even go on vacations,
Yeah.
but for me it's essential. So I've really recharged. I really feel so good right now. I'm ready to go into it. Like it was, and my brother was the one who told me, because he's a workaholic as well. He told me, you have to prioritize. You prioritizing your work, also prioritize your rest. Go on vacation, like take that decision. Even though, because we didn't want to spend, I did not want to spend any money on anything but brand. So it was hard to take, like, and I understood also it's very important to divide your finances into what you willing to put into brand or into your business and your personal finances. Like I might say I'm struggling, but I'm struggling not with my personal finances. I'm struggling with so many ideas that I have that I cannot.
And how do we fit these into the budget?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I understand it completely.
Yeah.
Okay, before we round off,
Yeah.
I have a couple rapid fire
Yeah.
questions. Ready?
Yeah.
Window or aisle seat on a long haul flight?
Long flight, window seat,
Short haul?
short aisle.
Okay. The ultimate comfort food that reminds you of home?
Oh, that would be borscht.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh, come on,
My
have you tried it?
No, but the thing. Okay. The thing is, my daughter had it when she was at school one day, and they came home, and I remember the teachers were telling me like, "Oh, she ate borscht because she went to a Russian school," and I was like, "She doesn't eat vegetables," and they were like, "Well, it was pink, so she hates it." And when she came home, and I was like, "Oh, so you ate vegetables?" And she was like, "Yeah, it was really nice." And I was like, "Okay, cool." No, it's okay.
Can I set the record straight?
Yeah,
Borscht is a Ukrainian dish.
yeah.
Even though they will have it in Russian schools and everything, but it is purely a Ukrainian dish.
I'm so
Just
sorry.
to set the record straight. Now, you know what? Because we have a guy in Ukraine who went on a fight for the borscht to prove that it's heritage.
Really?
Yeah. Like for example, in Poland, they have just borscht, and they have Ukrainian borscht.
Yeah.
So, and it's two separate dishes.
I love us
Yeah.
ADHD girlies
Yeah,
like completely
yeah.
sidetracked.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the rapid fire
Yeah.
questions. One beauty or wardrobe staple that you would never travel without?
Lip balm.
Essential.
Lip balm. You know what? I always have in my bag a nail filer.
Really?
I hate when, like, for example, right before I left, my nail a bit chipped, and I'm like hating it.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
need something that
yeah, like
fix your
yeah,
problems
yeah,
immediately.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Okay, an international city that unexpectedly stole your heart.
It would be a country. It would be Iceland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Iceland stole your heart.
it's like you're visiting a dragon's land. Everywhere is waterfalls. Everywhere is some different kind of planet.
Yeah.
Like everywhere is something that you've never seen before. It's just like taken aback by it because
Yeah.
it's just like so beautiful. It's just
So
like
funny that you said like visiting a dragon. Was it because of How to Train Your Dragon?
oh, I love how to.
But is that what you think of the movie? I was trying to figure out how your brain was, how it got to dragons
Yeah.
from Iceland. I understand now. We completely like animated and Disney over here. The Aladdin, you know, break.
But
I thought.
I thought How to Train Your Dragon is like Norway, but I think
Same
it,
thing,
yeah,
isn't
it's like
it? The
yeah,
whole green and-
Nordic,
yeah, yeah.
Nordic.
Okay, back to the
Islands.
questions. A song that instantly lifts your energy.
Earth, Wind, and fire.
Really?
Do you remember?
Oh yes.
When we first
I'm going to show that I'm a mom, but like I love that song from Trolls. At the end credits, me and my 3-year-old,
Yeah.
we're getting down, you know?
No,
When
I
Branch is
love
dancing to the
that.
song.
I love that. It's
Okay.
just so groovy. I love grooving with music.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I love that. Okay, the most underrated thing about your work.
The amount of time it takes to negotiate and speak, and like it's not only when you are in front of the camera, it's like what goes behind the scenes. Like the negotiating skills, that knowing your worth, knowing your rights, knowing like when to say no or yes, like that's what something that a lot of people overlook and like don't understand, and just like roll with a lot of stuff that they shouldn't roll with. And I feel like it's underrated, that you should know your stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
You love an educated being over here. Okay, one word for the energy of a woman who completely owns her space.
I want to say security. Like, because whenever I feel safe, whenever I feel like there's nothing on my back, this is when I feel the most strong, the most powerful, the most calm. And I feel like calm, being peaceful is very feminine. Like just being. So security is something.
Okay, last one.
Yeah.
If this is the last podcast or the only podcast that a woman listens to for the year, what would you want it to take away from the conversation?
I just love how you made me feel so empowered, so powerful, so strong, so who I am. Like, I love all the credit you gave me. I love how you made me feel. I will take the feeling for me. With me, sorry.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah.
Such a gem. Alona, it's been absolutely amazing having you in the band
Yeah.
today. Thank you so much for your honesty and for reminding us that beauty doesn't need to be a one-size-fits-all mold.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I'm very proud of you too. I love a female communities. What you're doing is so great, and I cannot wait to see more. And thank you so much once more for having me here.
If you'd like to connect with Alona, her information will be listed below. This has been Karpool with Kirsten, brought to you by Fempowerment. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next in my passenger seat. And until then, remember, beauty was never a mold. Take up all the space you need. Be you and own your power. See you next time. Okay, team, let's roll out.